Hello everyone, welcome back to Chart Power at the Breck Advisory, or if this is your first time, thanks for joining in on our small but quickly growing channel. Okay, we're going to take a look at Ethereum today. I have some short-term momentum shift indicators here that I'd like to share with you. This is showing signs of strength in some pretty interesting little spots, and so let's jump right in with Ethereum. All right, so to start off here, you can see where it's been climbing this nice trend line here for a while. But the first indicator is right here. I'm going to zoom in real nicely for you. So it hit that line very perfectly 3 times. Well, guess what? Everyone saw that coming a mile away, and they started buying it up before it even got to that line. To me, that shows some real nice strength, because even trend lines that everyone sees coming a mile away in a lot of different charts will still often touch down at that trend line. But this didn't even get down that far. So looks good. Another indicator we have here is this purple line right here. It was a little bit of resistance there on the recent rally. So it broke through there and dropped below it, but now we're sitting on top of it again. So for at least for now, it has turned that into support. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to look at is the relative strength index, which is sitting right here, right around about 55. So that's kind of in the midpoint. And you can see here that Ethereum definitely gets much higher and it gets much lower. So it's sitting in the middle there. I mean, certainly it could go down, but it has plenty of runway left before it becomes overbought. You know, it's been sitting in this range for a while, so the relative strength index is kind of reset a bit, but that's good for the long-term health. It didn't rise too quickly, too far, too fast, so it's got some nice runway left on it. All right, the next thing I want to show you is, let's measure Ethereum from the top, the all-time highs here, which was right around 4,400. And if we go to where we're at now, it is down about 21% from its all-time highs. If we compare that to all of the other altcoins, actually not all of the other altcoins, this chart includes Ethereum. So including Ethereum and all the other altcoins, that chart is down almost 28%. So Ethereum is higher than that. So if we were to remove Ethereum from this data, that means that all of the other altcoins outside of Ethereum would be down more than 28%. And so with Ethereum down only about 21%, it's showing more strength than the average altcoin. Okay, and one more thing here, which is, so we hit this all-time high here back in May, and then it came down, hit this trend line and bounced off, and then it hit this little peak here, okay, before heading a little bit south again back towards that trend line. But I find this peak to be pretty interesting because it didn't spike. It didn't just run up and then shoot down off of it really fast, which if it did do that, if it did that really quick drop off of it, that to me would be an indicator of weakness. But because it took several days, this each bar here is a day, this is the daily chart, because it took its time kind of just hanging out there for a little while, and then it did drop off, but it was slow and it took some time. And so to me, that is actually a sign of strength, because you know, markets go up and down all the time, but to me, it's the way that they go up and down that matters, and it taking its time here to go down from there actually looks pretty good. And again, when it did go down, it went here and stayed off of that line like I showed earlier, which altogether really looks pretty good. So those are the short-term strength indicators I have for you. And my next target, next clear and easy target is just a nice round number of 5,000. Oops, that's the wrong tool. Because it's those round numbers are just always going to be targets. It didn't quite make it there last time, but it sure looks like Ethereum is going to take another run at that $5,000 price. Now, these are all short-term indicators that I'm showing you right now, short-term indicators of strength. So to me, it's looking very good to not just hit that $5,000 target, but most likely surpass it. I don't want to really make too many long-term predictions in this video because all these indicators are fairly short-term, but very nice and strong. That's why I wanted to show you these in the price action for Ethereum. But at the peak of the last time that it really got away from this trend line, it went up above that trend line by 276%. So that's quite a bit. I'm not going to, again, this isn't necessarily a long-time price prediction, but I'm going to throw it up on here anyway. This is not financial advice. This is just the stuff that I'm looking at. But if it were to get away from this trend line again, at even just an equal amount of what it had done before, of about 270 some percent, you're looking at a price of about $11,000. Now, it's probably not going to do that anytime soon, and this should probably be much farther along here, which would change the price. And that is all data for another video. I thought it might be fun to throw that up real quick. For this video, my price target is 5,000. I think it's going to get there. I think it's going to surpass it, but based on the data I have to show here today, that's what I'm looking at. So if you found this information useful, please give the video a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. And if you want to catch videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.